So here's my first overnight with any motorcycle. It's in the 90s today. It's supposed to feel like it's 100 degrees. Thank God there's a stiff wind. But there's my tank bag, BMW, which is nice. I have cold drinks in there. I'm wearing my shoe berth helmet. So if I need be, I can lift it up and get something to drink. Harley Davidson backpack is where all my clothing is. This is actually empty, the center pannier. The two side panniers are filled. Rain gears, tools, and locks, cable locks in that. Camera is in here, and manuals is in the other compartment. And I'm ready to go. Okay, so we're getting on the thruway. Didn't tell you the destination. The destination is Skaneatlas, New York. We're going to the Mirbeau spa there, which is one of the spas on the Finger Lakes, I guess. It's not inexpensive. My wife planned a getaway with her mother, the kids, and myself. And I rarely take off from work for vacations, which is stupid on my part. So this is kind of a big deal, and I'm looking forward to it. They are headed down in my... Get up to thruway speed. They're headed down in my BMW SUV, 4 of them filled with luggage. I have all my luggage on this bike with one compartment that's not loaded, and she is top heavy. I don't know how people, especially like her 2 wheels, she rides across the country. Cycle Fanatics is another one. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. But I'm loaded up, ready to go. Power-wise, suspension-wise, the bike handles it without any issue. It is warm. Let's check stats on what the motorcycle's reading. And of course, I have adaptive cruise control on. So that's a trip. Onboard computer. So the engine is at 179 degrees Fahrenheit. She's running cool. The Harley would be well over 210 degrees. Got 14 volts of fuel. Tire pressure is 43 in the rear, 36 up front. Tire pressure is good, a little high in the rear. Oil's good. So she's looking good. I have 8-gallon fuel tank. Roughly, she'll get, let's see what she's been getting. 48 miles to the gallon. It says I have 370 some miles in a fuel range. So 384 miles in fuel range. So we're looking good. So I'll catch you. We're on the start of the thruway. My next exit is 71 miles ahead. That's about an hour. We got a truck slowing us down a little bit up here. I'm going to shut the camera off, and I got tunes playing in my ears. I got tank bag here with drinks. I'm in good shape. Bike is in excellent shape. Oh, I'm passing people on the right. These people aren't moving. Look at that truck up there. Come on, guys. Come on, mis amigos. Let's pick up the pace. Como si can. Get in the passing lane. BMW engine just drones, low end torque. So I have it set at 76 miles an hour. Biker's going the other direction. I'm in my Caracom jacket. My Klein's, I can't remember what Klein vented pants I'm wearing. Not Badlands. I'll have to look that up and post it. I'm wearing a pair of Harley Davidson black riding sneakers that have, I guess, airbags on the ankles. At least that's what she told me. I've never heard of that before. So I'm actually very comfortable, maybe a little warm. My vents are open on my arms, and the center vent is open in my jacket to get air in, but I'm wearing that air vest. But I'm feeling good. So we'll see, probably catch up to you when I'm maybe halfway on my exit. These people are moving. I'm going to click it up. 78. Catch you later. Okay, Marauders, Camacheros. So these are my Harley Davidson's riding boots. And I forgot that I have a pair of highway bars. I love these people. I have my crew set for 79. She's going to go on top of me with a canoe. I have a pair of crash bars that also function as a little leg rest for when you're on the highway. So I'm giving that a shot. Not super comfortable, but allows my feet to cool off. Wanted to show you my boots. This thing, she's cranking along, man. Have it set for 79 miles an hour. Going with the flow. New York State Thruway, this is what they do. I don't know. Position on these pegs, or these crash bars, I like this too. It's real versatile. Really versatile. You can see my setup with tank bag, with drinks, my phone, which is also navigating. I don't have that screen up. Instrumentation, my BMW navigation system. I dropped the windshield to get air on me because it's so hot. It says 85. That's not accurate. It's well into the 90s. I can tell you, very humid. You know, there's a heat wave going across the country. So I'm in a slow lane. People couldn't wait to pass me, and no one's passing me. I'm gonna pass this car ahead of me. Look, hit my signal. Go, baby, go. So this BMW is probably over 600 pounds the way I have it set up. 560 is stock with the panniers and everything. Probably 640. And she just, windy day, 20 miles an hour wind coming up on these trucks. And give the truckers peace sign, baby. Peace, truckers. She just cuts the wind. This thing, 8 gallons of fuel. These 1300 cc's boxer engine just punching her way down the highway in New York State. She's a muchacho. That's what she is. Dress I should have. I'm using Waze, and that shows you where, if there's police on the road, gives you a head up, or if there's road work or car on the side of the road. Sunday afternoon, early afternoon. So far, nothing. There's no vibration. Oh, didn't have this. Slow down to 50. Is that an Audi? Okay, didn't show up on Waze. And I can't enter it while I'm riding a motorcycle. Hopefully these cars entered it in there. So that's a good example. That should have, usually Waze is spot on, and there's a plus button here where I could enter it, but I don't want to take my eyes off the road. Hopefully another rider will enter it. So Waze is telling me there's a cop here, and then I'm passing a cop. It's pretty accurate. So one thing I love on an adventure bike, and this is a 55 zone, and that person's going 60 some miles an hour. It's a work zone. But I was doing this at 75s plus. Is standing up. Just stretch your legs, let your pants get unbunched up. See the signs? 55 work zones. Fines are doubled in a work zone, but I guess some people don't care about construction workers. I do. Muchachos. So can't beat an adventure bike on the thruway. Stand up, stretch your legs. I rolled up, unzipped my sleeves to get some more air flowing. It's saying 90 degrees. It's a lot hotter than that. Blind spot awareness is working. That's life on the New York State Thruway. Tips and tricks. I don't know if there are any tricks. Just what I do. Might have some better ideas. Put them in the comments. So I'm off the thruway and getting 50 miles to the gallon, and now I'm on Route 318, somewhat paralleling the thruway, veering away. There's the thruway, 318 veering away. I take this, I guess, for 9 more miles. Trying to make a reservation at a restaurant tonight. It's not going too well. Trestle Bridge. Love Trestle Bridge. Ooh, big river. Emergency braking activated. I'm doing nothing. It's all on the cruise control. I'm not shifting, I'm not braking, I'm not doing nothing. Nothing. She's speeding up now. Life with technology. Life with technology. ASA transmission, she's shifting. Gear 4, she's lugging. Those big jugs. I have no idea what town I'm in. I love small town USA. I love small town USA. What a cute little town. Love it. I think I've been in this town before in another direction. Now I'm going to put hill hold on. She's on. See the A. The suspension is stiffened up on the bike because of the luggage on the back. The bag very top heavy. Look at this town. Almost looks like Canandaigua. Look at these beautiful houses. Langham. Love. God bless small town USA. God bless our soldiers who carried out a mission yesterday. Last night, I should say. 3/4 of the way around the world. 5 miles from the hotel. I'm going to be there in 9 minutes. Bada bing. So I've given you my Harley Davidson rant, which I don't think people like, but that's the way I feel. I got to be honest. I'm a Harley Davidson guy. I bleed race orange between Harley's orange and KTM's orange. Automatic transmissions. Beautiful park, beautiful town, just beautiful. Automatic transmission on this bike, ASA transmission, adaptive cruise control, loaded down with my suitcase, camera gear, 3 panniers, plus me. This transmission and engine are just phenomenal. So I'm not going to push you on a BMW bike, although I highly recommend you ride one. But don't be afraid of automatic transmission, especially BMW and Honda. They're just so relaxing. Such a nice bike to tour on. So relaxing. Give it a try. Don't be afraid, guys. I know a lot of you aren't with cruise control. Don't be afraid of cruise control. Spot with this bike. She's just beautiful. Haven't ridden in a while. Been riding the Harleys and KTM 990 Duke, and I had to get her out. Beautiful ride. Oh, it looked like it rained here. Well, Mirbeau Inn. We're here. Not riding a bike in 90 degrees. Mirbeau Inn and Spa is modeled after a Renoir painting or Renoir style. And it's absolutely beautiful. There's, I think, 6 cottages that are around this pond that has fish in it, a man-made pond that is very similar to a pond that Renoir depicted in one of his paintings, which I think was a pond in a park in Paris. And then there's probably maybe 40 rooms opposite the cottages on one side of the pond. So you have the cottages on one side of the pond, rooms maybe 40 on the others, with the spa in the lowest level of the building that contains the room. And this is all about relaxation. The area of the pond is just beautiful, and it's very much cottage. I don't even want to say cottage. This is a shot of the spa lounge area where you just relax, which is just beautiful. This is a stairway off the where the rooms are that leads down into the spa, which is very interesting. This is a patio where a lot of people, it connects the rooms in the spa to the lobby of the hotel and the dining room of the hotel, and again overlooking the pond and fountain on either side of this little walkway. It's just gorgeous. My wife is a much better planner than I am. She had us separate. My family, my children and my mother-in-law stayed in the hotel section of the inn where the rooms are together with other rooms. And then she reserved a cottage for the two of us, which was very romantic. And yes, we knocked the cottage off the foundation. I'll leave it at that. So the whole theme of this resort,
this development is to use the spa. And I wanted to take advantage of it. So as my wife reminds me, I got the most treatments at the spa. The first day I got a facial, my first time ever getting a facial, and it was phenomenal. And then I got a deep muscle massage, which this woman worked my back like there was no tomorrow, and did a great job. And it was painful, but she really helped my back and shoulders. And then the following day, I got a pedicure, which I love pedicures. I usually get them on a cruise. I got a pedicure with my wife, and the two associates that did the pedicure did an outstanding job. And I will have no pictures of my feet in this video. So the first night we ate at a restaurant that actually in the back is adjoining the Mirbeau Inn via the parking lot and a little walking path. And the restaurant is called, remember this, Rosalie Cucina. It is outstanding. This is a 2-hour drive from my house. I would actually drive 2 hours to eat at this restaurant again. It was awesome. So both mornings, my wife and I would leave our romantic cottage and walk down our little Renoir pathway across the pond and the bridge and have a very nice breakfast and coffee on this covered patio overlooking the pond. And the food and the atmosphere was just excellent. Very, very enjoyable. The lobby of the inn is very small. This is a room immediately adjacent to the lobby, a seating or lounge area. And then there's a stairway that leads down to the gym, fitness area, and the spa. And this is a beautiful oval window that overlooks the Monet, not Renoir, but the Monet themed pond. And it's just beautiful. Great place to be. My mother-in-law and son had lunch in the dining room at the Mirbeau Spa, and we also had dinner there our second night, and it was very good and just an enjoyable evening. The only thing that might have been better than the food, we did have a wine package with our stay. The wine was excellent, and we all had fun trying different wines. Downtown Skaneatlas is easily walkable from the hotel. It's maybe a minute or 2-minute drive in a car. The prettiest town I've ever been in, and this is just a glimpse of it. It has the usual, shops and knick-knack stores that are tourist attractions, and some local food. Very nice. There is a boat tour on the Judge Ben Wiles tour boat, which tours Skaneatlas Lake, which I believe is the cleanest or second cleanest lake in the country. The lake supplies the water for the city of Syracuse, New York, which is probably 20 minutes away from Skaneatlas. And it was a nice way to spend an hour in the afternoon. We enjoyed it.
Give you a quick look at the bike. My car is loaded up. They're loading to load my family. I'm going to take off. My BMW navigation isn't working on the bike. That's happened before. This is strapped down tight. Everything's locked. I'm going to have to use my phone and the Waze program to navigate. And leaving the Mirbeau Inn Spa, which was a phenomenal stay. All right, I'll pick you up on the road. So Marauders, I've lost my navigation, BMW navigation, I think due to heat. It was 102 degrees when I was standing still. When I started moving, it dropped to 101. Now it's at 99. I'm hoping that I'll get my phone back. I always want two means of navigation. My nav system, my phone is a backup. I always enter the destination in both of them, and I've lost both of them. Now it's down to 95, and we'll see if my phone comes back. I've dropped my windshield all the way to cool myself, and hopefully my phone, I'll get my phone back. We'll see what happens with that. I was dripping, waiting for my family to leave the hotel. I pulled the car up for them, packed our room, and had a busboy, buswoman go to their room to get their luggage, and made sure that was happening. In the meantime, I was sweating so much that sweat had splashed up from blinking my eyes onto my glasses. Okay, my phone is coming back now. Okay, so I got my phone back. Hopefully I'll get my BMW navigation back. So another example of adaptive cruise control. I have it set to 63. It's dropped down to go through this small town, hugging the vehicle in front of me, which is exactly what it wanted to do, and it will actually bring this to a stop. It's clunking down the gears in the fourth. Now the car ahead of me is stopping. I will not do a thing. At least I think it's going to stop. I think this is Auburn. Oh my God, what a beautiful town. So it's in gear 3 and it's clunked down. Beautiful little town. We can make a difference. Must be the high school, I would think. And it's just nice. The bike is loaded up with a lot of weight with my suitcase. Myself, I'm super, imagine I'm me, 240 pounds plus my gear, and 102 degrees. We are experiencing a heat wave as much of the country is. I'm getting on the thruway. Really want to highly recommend the Mirbeau Inn in Spa in Skaneatlas, New York. It was the associates were phenomenal. The room was beautiful. The spa was excellent. I got 3 treatments. We cha-chinged up the dollars at the spa, but I don't go on vacation really. So, and I took my whole family and my mother-in-law, who's a saint, and I think we all had an excellent time. I thank my wife for planning this trip. So the Mirbeau Inn and Spa in Skaneatlas, New York. Look at this adventure camper tow behind on this dually truck. Blacked out, the blackout option, pretty nice. I put my windshield all the way up on the bike just so it was getting too noisy. Really quiets it down. This bike, even with my suitcase on, it's a dream the way it handles. Okay, we'll get you up to speed and I'll pick you up a little later on the ride to check the stats. Okay, I'm boxed in here. But I don't know if he can see me. He's got the mirrors to see me if you see him. He's got that mirror on the far front of his hood. Signal on, got me boxed in, baby. Okay, so I'm based in Buffalo. I've done work in Syracuse and Albany. We have a predominantly westerly wind, and you can feel it. Whenever I head west on the thruway, definitely far more buffeting heading west than east, and really can feel it on my chest and on my helmet and the bike. Bobbling. That little bit of difference with a headwind, especially off these trucks, makes a difference when you're on the highway. Hit a batch of slow trucks here. My left shoelace came untied. Not happy about that. Now their drive shaft isn't closed, so I don't think I can get tangled in anything. I think I should be okay, but it's not good. Alright, I'm about 5 miles from my exit, so let me show you what I do. Please look here on my screen. I'll use my menu button, click it up, and you can see I have 86 miles till I'm empty. I have about 20 miles to go until I'm home. There's my fuel level. I have about a quarter of a fuel tank left, so that's 2 gallons in there. I've used 6 gallons on this trip. It holds 8 gallons. That's the total miles on the bike. I've averaged, on 1,300 miles owning this bike, I've averaged 47 miles to the gallon. It's run 40 hours. My tire pressure is 36 in the front. It's supposed to be 36. 43.7. I think it's supposed to be 42. So I'm running a little high in the pressure. Less than a pound, well, over a pound in the rear high, and less than a pound in the front high. Could be because of the heat. Let's click down in the menu and the bike stats. My vehicle, let's go down in that. So it's running at 172 degrees Fahrenheit. The Harley would probably be well over 212 degrees now on that liquid-cooled, air-cooled engine. The heads are liquid-cooled on the Harley, but the rest of the cylinders are air-cooled. Oil is okay. Tire pressure seems good. Fuel we went through. Volts are 14.4. Rear tires 14.7. Let's go over onboard computer. Same stats, 4,200 miles until the service. The trip computer, I've averaged my consumption. I've been getting 40 on this trip, 46.1 miles to the gallon. Excuse me, I got to get around this bus. 46. It says I've traveled 211 miles on that trip. Miles. I'd say that's accurate. Total miles 1316. Average miles to the gallon. So I would say all that's accurate. I was averaging 50 miles to the gallon on it. On the way out, the wind was with me. I was going between 75 and 79 miles an hour on the thruway. On the way back, I'd say I've been averaging 75. Okay, that's the general stats on this trip. All right, I'm going to get off the thruway. We'll keep the camera rolling. No, I'll pick you up when I'm getting off. Okay, so we're coming off the thruway. Did 74 or 75 miles on the thruway. I don't like riding on the thruway on a motorcycle at all. It's boring. I am really going to have to learn how to use podcasts on my phone and listen to them if I'm going to run the thruway on the bike, because it is just horribly boring riding a motorcycle on the thruway. I don't like it at all. I think I'm going to close out this video with maybe showing you what I've worn on this 3-day trip to Skaneatlas. Maybe I'll set up the tripod in my garage as I undress. Not sure if I'm going to fuel up on my way home. I think I probably should fill her up with fuel before I get home. So I don't know if I'm going to show that or not. We'll see. Ooh, so I'm about 15 miles from where I live, and I'm glad to get off the thruway. It's so boring. I stopped to fill up with fuel and to put the parking brake on. I don't usually do that when I actually fuel up. When I don't have the tank bag on, I fuel up on the bike. I get closer and I can reach over, but I'm going to show you when I put the parking stand down, the side stand down, it will put the bike, shut it off, and put it in park. So now it can't roll. That's like an emergency brake. Get off the bike, pull this red ribbon forward, strap forward, and it releases. You have 30 seconds after you shut the bike off to open the fuel door. Okay, I put 90, no ethanol premium, 90 octane in it. Okay, let's see how many gallons she takes. My guess is just under 6. The guy that started Federal Express died. I don't know his name, but he was a heck of a guy. Saw that on Fox News, I think. Vietnam veteran. Okay, she clicked off at 5.1 gallons. Dribbling some fuel in it. Squeezing it in. Oh, 5.8. I can't get any more in it than that. Then push this forward, rock it up. Locks. Then click this down on these two. The jaws are going to grab onto those two eyelets. Get my receipt, and then I'm out of here. Got to tie my shoelace. my helmet I wore for the trip, Schuberth C5 helmet. It's excellent. It's a modular helmet. I have my Cardo Pro, Pack Talk Pro on board for music. I couldn't ride without music or using my phone. So that was my helmet. My hearing protection is Alpine hearing protection. They're medium protection. And it comes, when you take it out of the box, you have a nice little package like this. It is really my full-time hearing protection when I ride. Alpine hearing protection. My phone, I used Waves when it cooled down from 102 degrees plus. I used the Waves app, came back, and I obviously am playing Apple Music to my cardio unit using the phone. Waze tells you where vehicles are parked on the side of the road or police are on the road, so it gives you a little bit of reassurance to not get a ticket and also to be careful on hazards on the side of the road. My BMW nav has not come back to life yet. I'm sure that overheated. I have it on a charger. It is definitely in the shade in the garage, probably about 85 degrees in here, and it's cooling down. I may move it inside my house on the charger to cool that down. And that is a BMW GPS navigation system. It's not a Garmin rebranded. Okay, what I'm wearing is my Curicum, BMW Curicum jacket. I think it's named after a desert in maybe even Russia. So that's the jacket I'm wearing. This is in the vent position. It's got two zippers. This would be in the non-vented position. This is in the vent position. Zipped up my sleeves to let some air in while I was riding. Open the vents in the arms. And this is a pretty, I have all the armor removed from it because I'm wearing my Alpine Star Tech 5 jacket plasma. So this is a very lightweight, somewhat breathable material air vest. I have a Tech 7 with armor that I wear off-road. Tech 7 is what I wear, I'm sorry, Tech 5 plasma is what I wear obviously when I'm riding the street, and I really like it. Excellent product. Highly recommend getting an air vest. Hopefully none of us have to test it. Big fan of Climb. This is a Climb, very lightweight mid-layer that I wear. It wicks the sweat. It's a nice barrier between your body and the air vest, which can get hot. And I'm a big fan of the Climb body armor. Or I'm sorry, the Climb, anything Climb I'm a fan of, including their helmets. But I wore this underneath the vest to wick water away. And then I just have a very lightweight polo shirt. I don't know who it is, but it's a very lightweight. And then I'm wearing my Climb pants. I'll try to post in the video. They are a mesh pant. You can see the mesh here. And on the bottom of my leg, the insides feel like a leather material, and then a heavy nylon over the knees, a couple layers over the knees, leather here. And then I have armor in the knees, I have armor in the hips, and it's vented. It does have pockets, wallet, and credentials in the pockets. And that's the pants I'm wearing. Underneath it, I almost debated wearing shorts, but I didn't. I guess you'd call these skinny jeans. Let's show you the boot. I have a pair of riding sneakers that I love. They are Harley riding sneakers. They're brown. You may have seen them in some of my videos. And I purchased these from American Harley Davidson, from Des. She had them. They had an event at their store, and I really like them. They give you heel and ankle support. She says they have airbags in them. I don't understand that technology at all. She says if there's a side impact, an airbag goes off in the sneaker to protect your ankles. I don't know, whatever she says, if she says that. They are waterproof. That's always debatable, how much a shoe. This is oil and slip resistant sole, I'm told. They are waterproof. They have a little sticker here. Let's carry the boot. This will be my summertime riding boot. And it does have an extra reinforcing on the toe for shifting. Very comfortable, and they're nice to walk around with. And then I have riding jeans that I also wear but not on a long trip like this. I really wanted to capitalize on the protection. This is my Harley Davidson luggage that I bought that's also doubles as a backpack, and they just give you straps long enough. I like the size of it. It was perfect size for on the back of this bike. I put this side out, acted as a backrest for me on the trip. All my clothes, 2 pairs of shoes were in here, pockets are full. There is a rain guard to go over this, and I like that the inner lining of this is orange. Put the bike up on a T-stand so you can see that. So whenever I move a bike with an electronic suspension, I turn the bike on so that it activates the electronic suspension. And then I'm going to tip it up, and you put the T-stand down and wait. As you can see, the bike is raising itself. Raise the rear, raise the front, and then I just step on it. And she's up. Makes it a lot easier. Then turn the bike off. And when I turn it off, it locks the trunk on the bike. That's everything that was in my tank bag. I have an extra backup cardo unit in the bag, garage door opener, easy pass, sunglasses, iced tea, water, and a rain cover that goes over it. Then to release it, there's a little red strap here you pull, releases the front, and then a clip, a little clamp on the back that releases the back. The tank strap's off. And again, when that's on, I can't access the fuel filler unless I rock it back or that front compartment. People ask why I have this double-sided tape here with a vinyl on the back. It's because this lid hits the bar risers and will scratch it. Even without the additional risers, it will still hit that and scratch it. I always carry, in one of the panniers, I carry glass cleaner, which won't damage the windscreen, and paper towels. This is the rain jacket for the Curakem. It's a 3-piece system and has a winter layer, mid layer for warmth, which I obviously didn't wear on this trip, and then it has a Gore-Tex outer layer for rain. That's in this pannier. Then I have my Harley rain pants in here, and then I have Moscow Motor locks in case I want to lock my luggage to the bike. And then I have a tire kit and some miscellaneous tools like air compressor, tire patch, puncture kit, and so on. And then I have some snacks in here for my diabetes, also some hand sanitizer and gum and so on in there. So that's what I carry. Always try to carry that when we're doing, and even though I think what I do 250 miles on this trip, we do over 300 miles sometimes when we do a day trip. So it was more than I'm far away from home. Was not coming back. That was a big deal on this trip. I'll show you another piece of luggage that I got, which I do like. This might end up on the sissy bar of the Fat Boy. Wait for it, and it just fits in here. My thrashing bag. Always wanted to support these guys. I like their videos. Been watching them for about a year now, I think, over a year. Officer Bob got me hooked on them. And this bag was filled on this trip with all my camera supplies. If I'm just doing one overnight trip, this might be my one and only bag that I take when I go on the trip. In this bag is all my camera equipment, although I didn't use a lot of it. What I like about this bag is I could strap it, and they give you straps. I could strap it on top of the side panniers, and I may end up getting another one of these bags just to have twins to strap on the side panniers. I don't know if this would fit in my Road Glide case. No, it definitely won't fit in there. It will fit in my trunk of my Road Glide, and it will also fit, look at that, bada bing. And I'm sure that Harley Davidson backpack luggage will go there also, and it will go vertical on that sissy bar on the Fat Boy. So that's a couple of options. This pannier was empty. I locked my helmet in the center pannier for the 3 days that I was there. I just locked it in there. I think I put my gloves in it. And this locks and unlocks when you turn on the bike, turn off the bike. The bike was fantastic on the trip. Low RPM at 75 to 79 miles an hour. I think it was 4,100 RPMs at 7,900 RPMs. And maybe just under 4 at 79 miles an hour, like 4,200 RPMs. Ducati would have been well over 5,000. Harley, of course, is probably 75 miles an hour, 2,600 RPMs. Those things are torque monsters. Really performed well, stayed cool on the trip. Everything worked out well. Adaptive cruise control, blind spot, emergency braking. The electronic suspension was just a joy on the trip. No complaints. Plenty of storage from what I needed. I could probably go away for easily a week with how I packed for this trip. That's it. More videos coming on the Marauders. Thank you for coming along with me on this little trip. Appreciate it. Hope you liked the video. It was fun. Had a great time with my family. And I am so hot and sweaty. I'm going to take a shower. Or maybe I'm going to ride night. We're seeing a stunt show. You might see videos on that. The CVO Road Glide. Oh, obviously on the Fat Boy. I'm going to take that bike tonight to the stunt show at Hebler Sports. You'll see that video. But I'm going to take the Duke 990 Duke to that show. And hopefully we're going to do some off-road riding. Marine Mike, be with the EXCF 500 and that bike. He's my teacher. That's it. Hope to see you on the trail. Please ride safe and in peace. Let's pray for peace around the world, or just have it in our hearts and minds. Thank you.